Hello, everybody. It's Lee here from We Do Stupid Stuff, and here we've got another Castle Clash video. So, I promised another video going a little bit more in detail with this. So, first things first, I'm probably going to explain like the whole troop thing. In this game, I said it's very centered towards heroes, but the troops do deserve some explanation. So, I'm going to quickly talk about some of the troops in this game. So, you guys probably know some of them if you've played Clash of Clans before. So, these are very similar troops. This is the Guardian, which is basically a barbarian, and he's used for soaking up damage for the other units. But he is slightly different because in this game, archers have a lot more health. And you're probably wondering, why wouldn't I use the archer? Because space occupied. These happen to occupy a lot of space. You can get a lot more guardians than you can archers. And that's beneficial in many ways. Also, they have the pyromancer, which is basically the wizard. It doesn't do the most damage out of every unit, so you can probably throw that one out. Here's the Trent, which is basically like a giant. They've got also the tier 2, which is basically just an upgraded version of the first tier. So they have the dwarvens, they have the centaurs, which I'll show you their damage real quick. So it's about 1,000 plus more damage, as well as the centaur, 1,000 plus more damage. Now, here's another unit. This is different. This is the flying unit. It's called the Griffin. The Griffin is in many ways used by the pro player, as well as its counterpart below, the Fairy Dragon. The Fairy Dragon, don't be misled by its name. It is very powerful. Look at the damage model. The HP is slightly higher than Griffins, but if you can fit enough of them in your army camps, you can do some serious damage to the other person's base. Also, here you have the Savage Ogres. They're slightly stronger than the Dwarvens, but I wouldn't use them. Also, the Shotgun Dwarfs, they're pretty good as well. I've seen those in pro gameplay. Also, the Omnicopters. If you get enough of these, they can really smack on the defenses of a base. Then they'll probably go on to kill your heroes, and that's not good at all. So, next thing I'd like to quickly talk about is the loot system. So, raiding is the main way you're going to get your loot. If you're starting out, I recommend first probably upgrading these collectors, because once you get higher up in might, which is in the corner, might kind of determines everything. It's sort of like Town Hall doesn't really matter in this game. I probably said this before, but might determines where you are. It's your ranking compared to other players. So you will raise in might if you upgrade things, so I'd be careful about upgrading things. If you can't find loot when you're in the higher stages, I recommend upgrading your mines, because that's the primary source of resources you're going to get. Also, once you get higher, you're going to want to use archer towers. You can turn them into 3 different towers: cannons and magic towers. Magic towers are good for taking on multiple enemies, like, I don't know, griffin attacks. But it will cost an additional price if you want to change your tower again. So it's sure once you upgrade it, so if you upgrade it, this one's 350,000. So if you want to change it, say you upgraded it, it's going to cost 350,000 to upgrade again. So I would choose wisely with which towers you're going to pick. Also, some other things. Upgrade the collectors. I already mentioned this, because I can't just stress, because loot is bad. If I were to show you a battle right now and see the loot, because the bases are harder and it's not offering much loot, so it's that bad. Anything else I'd like to add is now the arena. This is something that a lot of people love to play. Now, arenas are in charge of, if you get high enough in the arena, you'll start earning hero badges. Hero badges are used to upgrade heroes. I probably showed you that, but I'll show you once again. So when you hit the upgrade button, see here, you need a certain amount of honor badges. Fire. Fire you earn by doing dungeons or the campaign missions. So, dungeons are these. And they have easy missions in Dungeon 1, slightly easy in Dungeon 2, depending on your hero's levels. So, that's another thing I'd like to talk about: heroes. Heroes are very essential in the game. each one has its very different abilities. They have slimes, which are used for sacrificing to your hero to give them better abilities. Also, they have the ordinary heroes. Now, don't get me wrong, just because they're not the best heroes doesn't mean they're bad. They can all be used very differently. Also, the elites. The elites are pretty good heroes. They have decent abilities. I wouldn't recommend Trident unless you're going against someone with healing teams. Like maybe in the arena, he'd be pretty good, but in raids, not so much. So also they have the legendaries. I currently have Paladin and Succubus. Those are my two legendaries. I recently got Succubus. I hope to upgrade her skill because it seems really good. Because you're gonna take 15% of their health and also 15% of their attack. So you're going to be killing them before they have a chance to kill you. That's very beneficial. Then they have Druid. If I were to recommend any hero, I would definitely recommend getting Druid first, just because of his usefulness. He'll heal your teammates. Pretty much if you get his skill up higher by sacrificing stuff, or even other heroes, you can potentially, like, make his skill heal all of your heroes, and you can pretty much just go with all heroes in raids. You don't even have to use troops. That'll eliminate the use for troops. They have other heroes. Don't judge by just because the heroes the farthest down the line are worth the most. That doesn't make them the best heroes. It's how you use their abilities. All their abilities will sort of make sense. Like, some people like to use the assassin because she's fast and very powerful if you have War God as a talent. So quickly, I'd like to talk about some talents that heroes have. So here I'm going to go to Marauder. He has War God. War God is an ability that increases the hero's basic attack. So Marauder and Paladin, they're the tank heroes. That's their skill, tank. Where is it? Not here. Alright, anyway, right here, you can see tank, melee, and magic, or sage, whatever. So, Paladin has low damage. Look at his HP. It's really good, but very low damage. As well as Marauder. Marauder has low damage as well. So, War God would be sort of beneficial on these tank-like heroes. Melee heroes like Executioner, don't look at Tenacity. It increases HP. It's kind of okay, but higher levels of Tenacity is better. As well as, on Succubus, I'm going to show you a bad skill, Slow Down. It has a 25% chance to reduce someone's speed. That's kind of bad, because what are the chances you're going to reduce someone's speed being that low? Also, Scorch, this is another talent. Having a 5% chance to negate all damage, that's a very low percentage. Quickly, guys, the last thing I'll be talking about is honor badges and how they work. So honor badges is this little bar in here in the top left corner. Honor badges are basically used to basically upgrade your hero. There are many different ways you can earn honor badges. You can earn honor badges from actually attacking people or doing raids. You can also get honor badges from doing the dungeons as well. So let me quickly show you the dungeon aspect. And here, if I click Dungeon 2, maybe a mission, you receive a certain amount of honor badges depending on how hard the dungeon is. And also, if you're in a guild, which I'll talk about briefly, your guild can battle the boss, earn honor badges. Here are the different bosses. But this is just an event that's going on. Don't expect you to be able to fight the event until you have some pretty decent heroes, because I've faced the first boss, who's the easiest, and he's really tough to kill. It takes your whole guild to like hammer on this guy. You only get 30 minutes, so better make it count. Last thing, not really too much. I would upgrade. I wouldn't really focus on upgrading too much. In the early stages of the game, I definitely hope you guys think about upgrading your different spells that you get, as well as maybe, because every time you upgrade something, your might increases, and then you get pinned against higher level players. So I would definitely try maybe getting more honor badges. Also, you earn honor badges by fighting in the arena. You earn a certain amount per hour. Mine's 70 right now. So, yeah, the higher your rank, the more honor badges you can get. Definitely, I recommend hitting the what do you call it? The ranking system, so you can check at the higher level players for different things. So we're gonna go to the arena here. See, the highest level player actually gets 4,440 per hour, and that's insane when you really think about it. Also, quickly, different abilities of towers. So I'm gonna talk about garrisons. Garrisons are, you know, three different types of heroes: ordinary, elite, and legendary. They each have a certain amount of skill points. If you upgrade their ability, basically, level 1, their ability will be their level plus 1. Level 2, they add 20 to the overall pointage to the garrison. If you get it to level 3, if it's a level 60 hero, it should add 70 to it. So, or my bad, 90. So that's 150. That's 2 places on the garrison. So for this one, it increases the range. Archer towers definitely have its advantages. I have 2 archer towers and 1 cannon. The cannon's good on infantry, while the archer towers hammer on those heroes. So, yeah, this is my defense. Definitely check out Here Be Monsters mode. Here Be Monsters mode is a great way to earn XP, as well as, earn shards. Shards can be used to buy heroes, as well as you can try the randomizer if you get some gems. But if you do try the randomizer hiring with gems, I recommend this one because you have a higher probability of getting a legendary. And you always want to get those legendaries. Also, quickly, I'd like to talk about the strongest hero in the game, Spirit Mage. There's only one way you can earn Spirit Mage, and that is by buying 50,000 gems. I wouldn't consider doing that unless you're really serious about doing well in this game. Me, someday, maybe I'll think about it, but for the most part, I'm going to stick with what I got. Spending all those gems is not within anyone's favor. And if you do want to spend gems in this game, do not go anywhere past buying Spirit Mage. You do not need to go any further. Alright, this has been a Castle Clash video with Lee, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode I decide to put out. I'm probably going to do some attacks with heroes and explain them a bit more. So, later.